Courtney Lyons here with Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and today is going to be our, I want to say it's the 17th or 18th episode of WIP and Chat, which is crazy that we're that far, especially since I only do mine every couple weeks. But yeah, so I hope you guys have had an awesome last few weeks. Tons has happened here at our house and with our family and just in diamond painting world in general that I thought we'd talk about. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I'm working on. Right now I have the Bijou Bliss tray, which with everything that I've tried, I did get a mess at the bottom. With everything that I've tried so far, this is the one I like the best, but honestly, I'm not really the one to go to for trays or accessories in general. I like spending my money on the diamond paintings, and then my husband actually makes my pens. So this is one of the hand-turned pens. This is coming out tomorrow, so Wednesday, and on Sunday is going to be like a really big video. You guys will love it. And then in that video, it's going to have a secret word for a giveaway for a hand-turned pen that my husband has turned. It is already made. I don't have it with me at the moment, but I also use this one. This is not the same one. This is not the hand-turned pen. This is a different one. Well, both of these are hand-turned pens. You can win a hand-turned pen that my husband has made. And like I was saying, it's already been made, but it is ready to go out. And it's on a couple other different videos, but it'll definitely, you'll see it on Sunday for that video. Yeah, I'm excited. It'll come out Sunday morning, and then you'll have a week to make sure you sign the Google form, give information there. You need to make sure you're subscribed to my channel, that you've liked the video, and just make sure, yeah, you filled out that form. And then put the secret word in the form. So please don't, you'll see when it's time. I'll go over it more. I was gonna say, don't put it in the comments because I know people do that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to give you guys one of these. Super excited about that. This is the first one he made. It's my favorite, but honestly, the one that I'm giving away might actually be my favorite. And it was really hard to not be like, I'm keeping this one and I'm gonna give a different one. But no, it is the one he specifically made for the giveaway, and it's such a good pen that I know that one of you will really enjoy it. So, and I wasn't selfish and I didn't keep it as much as I wanted to. Let's see. I'm working on Ye Old Stitching Room. Let me see. I'll pop up a picture so you can see the whole thing rather than me trying to finagle the screen to be where you could see it fully. I'm really close. This is the last square. It is a huge square, but it is the last one. So I've kind of given up on the ABs, placing them with tweezers, because they're kind of not amazing ABs to begin with. They're pretty, but they're not flawless by any chance. So let me bring that up closer so you can kind of see. Their tops are already kind of meh. So, I mean, they're still great. They're still beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to be super picky about them when they kind of already smudged on top. So, and it just goes by faster rather than using the tweezers. But I do love using the tweezers. I got that idea from Michaela Renee. She has her channel on YouTube. Go figure it out. Go check it out. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, so I do usually use tweezers with ABs now, ever since I got that idea from her though, because it does not take off the top part. I know I've had some, what are you doing, Kitty? Hold on. Okay, sorry, my cat needed something. I know that I have, a viewer has said to get like a damp cloth, and I was about to do that, and then I forgot, and I was just about to do it when I went to go help the cat, and then I forgot again. And honestly, I just wanted to start diamond painting. It's been a really, really long day. Not in a bad way, just a really busy way. So I just want to sit down and relax and not care about the tops of these ABs right now. But yeah, I'm using it's Cat's diamond painting putty. No, let me see, what is it called? I have it right here. I'm using two different putties. Just, I happen to have two different putties in. So for my four placer, I have the Diamond Art Studio one. It's the Diamond Painting Putty by Cat, which is my favorite that I've tried so far. Granted, I've only tried 2, but that doesn't matter. I love it. I do have some other kinds of putties. I just haven't opened them yet because once they're open, I feel like they start to dry out. And I'm just going to use up the ones I have first before I open new ones. So this is Patsy Putty. I'm about done with this one. I think it is a wonderful putty. I just think that in my area where it is, it doesn't work as well. But it is a good one. Oh, my cat is catching mouse. Go get it, Gooby. Go get the mouse. Did you get it? It's that same dang mouse, guys. The same one. And it's still pooping in my pantry, and I'm so mad about it. Did it get away from you, kitty? Yeah, he looks disappointed. Ugh. It's not your fault, kitty. It's just like a super mouse or something. I think he's like personally offended that he hasn't caught this one because he's a really good mouser. Of course, he's caught it twice, actually, and just can't get rid of it. I wonder if it's maybe like more than one mouse, though. But I haven't seen a mouse body, and that's usually a pretty good indication that it's been caught. But I still kind of feel bad for it. If it stopped pooping in my pantry, I'd feel better for it. I wouldn't feel as bad for it. Oh, that was a big one. That's not going to work. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I'd love it if in the comments below you guys gave me your little updates. Maybe in the comments, would you guys tell me what you're working on? I love to hear what other people are working on, because these paintings, they take so long that it's really fun to follow along on somebody's like diamond painting journey too. So I love watching other creators and seeing what they're working on and seeing like, oh, you're just starting that project, and then seeing progress along the way every once in a while, like in a WIP parade or such. And then like looking forward to when you see them put up the post review and you're like, oh, I was looking forward to like their thoughts on this one and how they liked it. And I guess that's thoughts on that one. Kind of like review and just kind of them talk, not even like what they think about it so much as just them talking about it, because you get emotionally invested in other people's on YouTube. What they're working on, you like what's the word? What am I thinking of? Like you celebrate with them when they finish one, because it's a big accomplishment, some big pieces like this. And so I'd love to hear what you guys are working on, and then maybe every WIP parade give me every WIP and Chat give me like an update on how far you've gotten. I wish we could post pictures on these comments, but that's okay. If you have posted it, send me a link of where you posted it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, because I love to see that, and I'll totally go check it out. So yeah, I'd love to see that in the comments below. I suppose there's quite a few new people, and I haven't done a WIP and Chat for a while. Well, just my usual 2 weeks. But a WIP and Chat is when I work on something that I have been working on diamond painting wise, and my progress on it. We talk about my progress, but then we also, as I'm working on it, we'll talk about what happened throughout my week, diamond painting news, things like that. You know, I just started this vlog series, and I was thinking, if I started this vlog series, should I really like still do WIP and Chats? And then I remembered, yeah, because I'm putting the vlog behind membership, and I just thought I'd get the first. I don't know how well it's going to do, and I didn't want to promise that to people with memberships if it ended up being like not a video that people would want. So, and I realized that I'm starting a series where I'm giving you the first few episodes and then putting it behind a paywall. And it was not my intention to like get anyone hooked to a series or anything like that before putting it behind a paywall. My full intention was seriously to just be like, I'm going to just put feelers out there and see if it's something people even want to watch. And if it is something that people seem to enjoy, then that's the one that can be the membership. But that was my intention. So I'm sorry if that was the case. Honestly, I can't really think of another kind of video. I figure we can maybe try like a once a month live even, I thought that might be kind of cool. But the first live that I want to try is the week after you guys put in for the diamond painting pen. You know, like I said, I'll give you guys a week to put in the information and sign up for it, I suppose. Entry to enter in is, I guess is what I was saying, for the giveaway. So yeah, anyway, but going back to me saying that, well, maybe I shouldn't have a WIP and Chat anymore then, because that's overkill, because it's going to be a lot of, not information that's going to be the same. Like in the WIP and Chat, you don't see what I'm going to be working on, like my daily, what I work on sort of thing, like you would in my vlog. But I mean, I think a lot of the life things will get repeated. So I was kind of like, should I even have a WIP and Chat anymore? But then I was like, well, no, because then people who don't have memberships, that's not really fair to them to not have me have a WIP and Chat. And I have no idea if you guys, I mean, I'm guessing if you're watching this right now, then you are interested in my WIP and Chats. So those of you watching that don't want channel membership, but still want my WIP and Chats, I'm going to do the WIP and Chat. So it's another thing you can put down below is maybe be like, hey, I watched this video because it's one of your videos, but I'm not like emotionally invested in it. I like your other videos better. Then you can say that. Maybe I can phase off the WIP and Chat. I like the WIP and Chats a lot. So I just don't know, you know, if you guys truly like it a lot. It doesn't get as many views, nearly as many views as a lot of my other videos. So it's so hard to know as a creator of like YouTube videos to know what's going to work and what doesn't. I mean, you can base it a little bit off of the views, but watch hours, I get a lot of watch hours from this. So it's really interesting because it means those of you that are watching the whole thing. So I don't want to take that away if it's something you're actually like super interested in and want me to keep. But not a lot of people do, but you know, that's okay. If it's just a few of you who just like to sit and hear me chat and like to comment down below on my WIP and Chats, then I'm totally going to keep it for you because you guys are important to me and I love you and I love that you watch my content. I wouldn't have a channel without you. So I do want to leave that one up to you. I know you guys are so sweet and so many of you are like, it's up to you, what works for you. With the WIP and Chat, I do love the WIP and Chats. So even if they're not like super popular on my channel, that if there are even just a few of you who are like, please don't get rid of them, like I look forward to them or anything like that, then just let me know and I would be happy to keep them, and we'll keep them bi-weekly for sure, or bi-monthly for sure. But yeah, that's kind of where my thoughts are with the WIP and Chat, because like I said, the vlog, which will sometimes kind of cover similar things, you'll get some repeat sometimes on a little bit of the life events, if that's something that you guys don't really want to have double of, versus you just want to keep this and be like, I think it's worth hanging around to, we like watching, then I will. Okay, I think I'm kind of rambling about that, not really making a lot of sense. It's been a long day. How was your guys' Memorial weekend? Did you guys do anything fun? Let's see, what did we do Sunday? What did we do Saturday? I feel like we did a lot Saturday, but then I can't remember what we did Saturday, so maybe we didn't. But Sunday was just like a busy day for church. Like my husband's in some leadership positions at church, and because of that, he has a lot of meetings before and after church. I work with a lot of the children in church, and so I'm on like what we would probably call like the committee for the younger children in church. And so we actually happen to have meetings at the same time after church that Sunday. This is this last Sunday. And it just was wild because I kept my baby with me in my meeting, and he was just, I felt so bad for the ladies who had planned the whole meeting because they were talking and he was just wild. He was so wiggly. We had some snack food there that one of the other leaders brought, which was so kind of her. And saved me because Reese was really hungry and I hadn't thought to bring snacks for him. So the whole time I was like trying to feed him and keep him happy, and he was running around and wiggling all over me. That boy is a busybody. Like, oh my gosh, he does not stop moving. But I really can't, I mean, that's how I am. I mean, all my kids are, and my husband. So yeah, we're just a family of busybodies, to be honest. But that was our Sunday. It was kind of a lot of meetings after church, and there's a girl that goes to church with us that was super kind and took my kids, my older kids, over to the gym and played with them for a long time before having to leave with her family and stuff. I think they were in a couple of meetings too, or maybe she just stuck around for me, and that would have been so kind if she did. But so then after all of our meetings, I had texted Greg. I was like, hey, sorry that took so long. Where are the kids? I'll go take them home. Or did you already go home with the kids? Because we took two different cars. And he's like, he messaged back. He says, no, I'm on a different meeting. I have no idea where they are. I was like, oh my gosh. So they're just here running around the church, and hopefully they stayed inside. Like, it was just like, and I was just so busy with Reese being wild in this meeting, and I really should have just stepped out. I stepped out like a couple times to go check on them, but like not for the last little bit. And so when I got out and I was looking for them, I could not find them anywhere in the building. And I was like, oh my gosh, kids, where are you? And so I looked outside and I couldn't find them anywhere there. So now I started getting into panic mode because I knew Greg didn't take them home because both of us were still at the church and he was still in a meeting. And finally I did find them. They were in the kitchen with another boy Oakley's age, and they were just snacking on food in there, which poor kids were probably so hungry because we had snacks in our meeting, but they didn't have them. And church is over at like noon, so it's always lunchtime. So they had gone in there and raided some cookies. So I'm glad they found some food. I got pretty scared for a second there, but I wasn't like super worried. They're old enough to like know not to walk out into the street or anything like that. And it's not a busy street to begin with. But still, I was kind of like, worst case scenario in my head. Always the worst case scenario goes through my head. But yeah, in fact, they begged not to go. And I was like, aren't you guys hungry? They're like, there's more cookies. And I was like, you can't fill up on cookies. Let's go. And then, because they were having so much fun with one of their little friends. And then the rest of the day, we were just kind of so burned out. We're just like, let's just turn on the TV. So we just watched, we watched Air Bud. And Greg and we love watching these older 90s movies that's so crazy too, to think that 90s are like super old to people. But like those are that he's 4 years older than me. So like he's pure 90s. Like that was his childhood. Which I guess it was mine because I was born in 91, but, it's still like, I had to grow up a little bit before I could like enjoy movies. For him, he was like already 3-4 years old when he's watching his best movies and like older. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm trying to say. And so he really loves it. And plus he had older siblings, so he'd watch a lot of movies and get into movies that his older siblings would be in. And for me, I'm the oldest, so I kind of like watched a bunch of little kid shows all the time. And excuse me. So like movies, I have some nostalgia if they're the later 90s and early 2000s. But Air Bud was totally one. I don't even know when it was released, but it was one that I watched a lot as a kid. And it's so funny. When we sit and watch 90s movies, we just sit and laugh at the cheesiness of it and how much things like cinema has changed for good and for bad. Like there's definitely good, there's definitely bad. But one of the things we were laughing at was the chaos that ensued in all the movies. Like, and I mentioned this in my vlog, which actually will be coming up. So this is not a repeat. The vlog will have a little bit of repeat. But like I said, eventually that will be Members 1. So I think it's important to say it here too, so you guys don't miss out on fun things like this. But we were laughing about how no matter what is going on or who someone falls over or there's it always has to be extra. Like how am I going to explain this? Like okay, like during Air Bud when the dog comes in and, well, Air Bud, what's his name again? Is it Buddy or something? Or what does he call him? I forget. I think it's Buddy, but I don't really remember. I'm so bad with remembering names. I'll watch the whole movie and still like, what's the main character's name again? I'm so bad about it. But the part where the dog first comes in and first makes the shot, right? Before that, he's running around and some guy trips over, and he can't just like trip and fall. It has to be he trips over and he falls on the table, and the table like throws things in the air. Things are flying, and and then the person behind him trips and falls. Or I don't know. It's so funny because it's like that's such a trope for 90s movies, is just when chaos ensues, it's just chaos. And it's so funny. Plus, there's like just any of these movies we like watching now, we just laugh as adults watching it now because the one other example that I just thought was hilarious was like the clown guy who, okay, at this point I assume most of you have watched this, right? The clown guy who first owned the dog, and then he was not nice to the dog, got rid of him, realized that Buddy was like now famous, the dog, and he comes and takes the dog back from the little boy. Anyway, the little boy comes and rescues the dog. Chaos ensues, of course. And then the clown guy this is going to sound so weird if you've never seen this movie. The clown is the owner of the dog. He's just a guy, but he plays as a clown for birthday parties. So that's why I keep calling him the clown. The clown guy, the guy who owns the dog, technically, comes and tries to catch the boy. His beat up car breaks apart as he's trying to come meet him at the ferry. And I don't know where they live. Maybe like, it seems like somewhere near with the Great Lakes or something. And the little boy gets on the ferry with the dog, and the ferryman, this is the part that we're just laughing so hard about, because here's this clown guy whose car's not working, and he drives straight off the dock into the water, right? Any normal human being driving a ferry would stop and be like, oh my gosh, someone just flew off the dock, and try to help him, right? But this guy just keeps driving away. We're just laughing so hard because we're like, who in the right mind does that? It's just so funny. Oh, I totally missed those. 2 pens right there. I miss a lot when I'm diamond painting like this. I really like this. I don't know if you guys like this angle, but I really like this angle because the camera's not just like right in my face. So it makes it a lot easier to diamond paint. And I think it makes it so it's not as blurry when my hand goes in front of the camera because it's actually further away but zoomed in. And that seems to help a lot with the camera view. It's just not empty enough for it. Okay. But, yeah, that's what we did Sunday, and I made these yummy, they're kind of like rolls. They're pretty much like meat pockets, but with rolls, and they have like, I made ground beef, and it had onion and cheese, and it was really, really yummy. I love that recipe. My mom used to do it where she would do cabbage, and inside, and they're called renses. And I love them, but the rest of my family not a big fan of the cabbage part, so we kind of just took the cabbage out and made vegetables on the side. It was delicious. I like both versions for sure. And then that night, we got a text from some friends asking if we wanted to come and play volleyball and badminton at their house. They have it all set up. They have beautiful land out there. And there's like hardly anyone else around. They have a lot of land in general. So they have like a whole volleyball net and stuff set up. And there's a pool, and they have chickens, and they just, oh my gosh, they have life. I love that so much. And a big garden and everything, and there's just gorgeous view across this beautiful meadow, and then there's trees in the background. Gosh, it's just gorgeous. And we got invited there for Monday. So Monday morning, which is Memorial Day, my husband and I just kind of took turns going to the gym. And so he went pretty early on, and I went after he got back. And after that, we went to go visit his grandparents' graves, and he has a lot of family that grew up here. So there's like a whole area devoted to like, I want to say like around 15 people buried there. And it's really cool because there's a beautiful picture of the lake, and, or not picture of the lake, like view of the lake. And there was some memorial service with servicemen shooting off their guns, and it was really cool. As we weren't there for very long. In fact, my husband went there with the kids before I did while I was at the gym, just to like find the grave for them because he didn't even know where they were, and it took him forever because he happened to be like in the very last spot he looked, because he hadn't really visited since he was little. And then we went afterward, after he'd found it. So we weren't there for very long because they had kind of already been there. And I just wanted to kind of see where it was and kind of pay my respects too. Then we went home, I showered, I think I filmed a little bit for my upcoming videos, and then went to our friend's house, and it was really, really, really fun. We had so much fun. I suck at volleyball, but I feel like I did redeem myself a little bit with badminton because I played tennis in high school, and so I'm pretty comfortable with a racket in my hand, and it was pretty fun, except for Reese was just kind of needy, so I had to hop out of a volleyball game quite a few different times, and while I'm not like terrible at volleyball, I have to really have my head in the game to play well. And moving back and forth between, is my son waking up a little bit? Moving back and forth between playing volleyball and then making sure Reese was out of the way or out of harm's way. He kind of just could wander, and my kids and their kids just helped keep him busy, but he couldn't the whole time, and they're just little. Anyway, so I just had to keep an eye on him, and it was, every time I popped back into the game, I was like missing hits here and there, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm giving myself the excuse, I'm just not good at volleyball, but it was still fun. We had a ton of fun. This whole thing, my hands are really dry. This whole thing right here is a bruise. I don't know if you can see how dry my arms are for one thing, but it actually pops out right here. Like usually my hand goes in like right here, my wrist does. But it's popping out right there because it's so bruised. It's so swollen and bruised. You can kind of see it a little bit from this angle. And that's from volleyball. You can kind of see that's bruise is getting better. Anyway, I don't know what it is about this spot. I kept hitting over and over, so I'm so sore. But it was worth it because it was so much fun. And I was just so grateful to have like friends invite us places, because you know when you're living in a place that's, oh, that's not supposed to be there. A place that's new. And you haven't you've made friends, of course, people are nice, but you know, you're not bosom buddies really with people yet. So it was really nice to feel that and to start feeling these relationships grow with everybody out here. I mean, it just takes time and everything. I'm really missing my friends back in Utah, of course, and I need to call and message them. If any of you are listening, I love you and I miss you. I haven't forgot about you. I think about you guys all the time, and just life gets busy, but I need to call you guys because I know some of you guys watch. Let's see. And then we went to the friends' houses. Were kind of on their way, to go over to their houses, kind of on our way to the big city. So we figured we might as well go out there and do our grocery shopping. Really didn't have a lot of, I mean, there's always food here, you know, but there's a difference between having food that you can make out of kind of anything and food that's more like fresh fruit and fresh vegetables. And so that was the kind of stuff we needed. Plus Oakley needed some snacks because we signed up for snacks for his game on Thursday. So that was something that we needed to go get. So we went to a grocery outlet, and usually grocery outlet has really good deals on snacks, and they still had some good deals. We still managed to pick up like 8 boxes of Fiber One bars And I'm not that we're going to give those to the kids. We had different snacks we found for the kids, but we're going to, oh, excuse me. We're not going to give a bunch of people's kids a bunch of Fiber One bars. But anyway, just as an example of things we found there. Because they were only 99 cents each for a box. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good deal. So we found a few good things there. And then we went to Winco and got lost in the Winco bulk bin black hole. Bulk bin black hole. That's a thing now. It's the bulk bin black hole. Trying to find things, like I found like breakfast mixes, cereal. Oh my gosh, guys. We went and looked. We got so many different cereals at the Costco, or the Winco, sorry. Winco and the grocery outlet. They're, especially at the grocery outlet, they were really good prices. And, and then we forgot milk, of all things. So we get home, we have all the cereal, and this morning I was like, oh, we don't have milk. We have lots of cereal, but we don't have milk. I thought that was pretty funny. And that was our Monday. So it was pretty fun. We did lots. Diamond painting wise, I really mostly worked on this kit, which was fine. I'm really excited to get this one done. Now that I'm on the first, I'm on this last square, but I'm not like with Satura. I was on the last square and taking it slow because I was like, ooh, I don't want this one over. Like, I'm just loving this one so much. And this one, and then like my Puffy Gator one has nothing to do with Puffy Gator and everything to do with kind of the kit. My Distracted by Diamonds ones, which, like I said, I think that Distracted by Diamonds, most people have a really good experience with them. So I'm not like bashing them at all. It's just my experience with that kit in general. You guys know I'm just honest with you guys. So, and I've said that before already in my post review and such, and my month in review. It was not a great experience for me with that kit in particular. And so like for that one, I was seriously like trying to get to the end. I was like, oh, I am not even really having fun near the end of this. I just want to be done with it. And this is like right there in the happy medium. So this one, I mean, I'm not rushing through it, and I'm not at all feeling, oh, I just want to be done with this. But I'm also ready to be done with it. So that's kind of where I am. It is beautiful, and I love the colors, and I think what it is for me is just ready to move on to new projects. That's all. It's beautiful, and I love the rendering. Gosh, I love the rendering on this thing. I think Dreamer Designs does a really good job with their rendering. But the drills just aren't super amazing, even though they're really good. There's a lot of trash in these drills. Okay, wait. Maybe I shouldn't say a lot. I would say that there's a medium amount of trash for these drills. Yeah, there we go. I think it's a medium amount of trash. Enough to a little bit bother me with the amount of trash, but not enough to be pulling my hair out or anything like that. So, the glue is amazing on this thing. I haven't had any issue with the glue. So good. I mean, Dreamer Designs really does have great stuff. Is it my first choice? I mean, no, I'll be honest. I think that my first choice would definitely be Diamond Art Club anytime something really good comes out there. And it's usually only if something really amazing artwork-wise hits me that I'm like, whoa. Like, I feel like with Diamond Art Club, any kit I were to get from Diamond Art Club, like any of them, I would have fun doing because the drills are so amazing and just all the quality, especially the way the squares fit together. Everything's so amazing that you just get lost in the quality and amazingness of it. Whereas this Dreamer Designs, what's keeping me really going is the glue and the rendering and the colors. Not so much the drills. Even though the drills are really good, like they're not bad by any means, but it's just not like jaw-droppingly good. They're just good. They're good. They're great, but they're not amazing. So it really depends on the artwork for me. Because if I'm going to work with these drills, I really want to have the artwork be really something that I'm passionate about. Not that I choose whatever for Diamond Art Club. I still choose it based off of the artwork. But I just know that whatever I get from Diamond Art Club, I know I'm going to love working with the drills no matter what. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm not at all like really ragging on Dreamer Designs. It's really good. It's just I really want to work on some of my Diamond Art Club kits too. I have a lot of those and they're just amazing. So I am ready to move on to those. There are a couple of other smaller shop kits that I also have kitted up that I do want to keep working on so I can give you guys post reviews. So yeah, ready to move on, but still loving this. So that is kind of where I am with this. And I kind of just gave you like a whole post review. So, but I will do like a dedicated post review to this where I show you my logbook and everything and talk about the stats. Not that I do a lot of stats because I don't know, I just don't usually. I can't show you my trash drills. See, it's quite a bit. It's not like a tiny bit. It's not like a huge amount. I will admit to like just throwing some drills off to the side when I don't feel like popping this thing open. So there really actually is more than it shows here. That's okay. Like I said, still having a great time with this. So, let's see, what were the other things I wanted to talk to you guys about? Oh, that's right. Some cool Diamond Art Club things that have popped up. A lot of you guys already noticed that Diamond Art Club's, it's not Moon Goddess. I keep wanting to call it Moon Goddess. It is something else. Oh my gosh. It's called, okay, I don't remember the name of it, guys. It's one of the more recent releases. It's the girl that, and I believe there's a moon, and she has her eyes closed. She's really pretty. It's an all clear studio. And her kit is the first one to be getting the new Diamond Art Club toolkit. And there's some really cool features. I don't think I'll talk a lot about it in this video because I am talking about it and actually showing you everything that has been shown already. Nothing spoilers that Diamond Art Club doesn't want us to quite know yet. But anything that's already been posted and talked about publicly by Diamond Art Club, I am going to be talking about that in my vlog. And seeing as this next vlog is open to everybody, I figure I might as well not really repeat myself too much. But yeah, one of the things I'm most excited for is the preloadable pen. So it's a pen that has putty in it, and the putty, all you have to do is I think you just twist it and the putty squeezes out a little more, or maybe you push it, I forget. And then when the putty gets old, you just push it out and then kind of wipe it off. And then there's a new one. I have a video that Diamond Art Club put up themselves on it, and of whoever is Diamond Art Club, because they only go by Diamond Art Club on there, going on a flight and using the preloadable pen and showing us what it looks like. And it was so cool to see. I just so innovative. I mean, it's something that I didn't even realize was a possibility, and it's so cool that they did that. And there's also the sticker thing is kind of going to be, it looks like it's going to be more of a booklet sort of thing, and all of it is peelable. So not just the sticker DMC codes with the codes and stuff like that you kit up with, but also the smaller sticker is going to be included on there. And it also is going to be peelable. And then the big sticker is going to be peelable. And then I think there's just going to be a lot of different stickers on there, it looks like, that are peelable and useful and people use for their logbooks. So that's really cool. What else was new on there? They did mention that there was a collectible item that was taking place of the cover minders. And that's it about that one. Let's see. Which I'm really, 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 really excited for. And Everybody loves collecting things, especially if you're, I feel like if you're a diamond art person and you have been collecting kits, then you are a collector. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that is kind of up to snuff with the stuff. I think that it was only that one kit out of the new ones that were going to have it, and that's okay, because I think that I want to say that they said it'll take up to like a year to really get all the kits replaced with this new stuff, and not like with all of the new stuff they have planned. So that is really exciting. And what else? I think that's it for Diamond Art Club news. Or I suppose I know a lot of people have been asking about where are all the sneak peeks. I really look forward to watching the sneak peeks before I decide to buy. And because Diamond Art Club has come out and said, because of all those changes that they are doing, there are some factory delays. Just because it's busy. They're just busy. And because of that, it just doesn't make sense. It truly doesn't make sense for them to send us out some kits that are not going to be sneak peeks. And we understand that. It's not like we are not entitled to these free kits, saying, well, they might not be sneak peeks out in time, but, you know, we should be getting the free kits. That's, like, we're not entitled to that. So we totally understand that there just won't be sneak peeks for a little bit until they can get it out to us in time to be a sneak peek, because that's the whole point, that it gets shown to people before they get released so that you can see what it is you want to buy. Because especially if it's a one that, man, I missed these again. Especially if it's one that you're missing, or not missing, sorry. I'm missing this. My brain, it struggles on this multitasking stuff. Okay, what I was trying to say was that, what was I trying to say? Was that especially it's helpful to people who are trying to decide on a kit that they want to buy that they know is going to go quickly. So I can see why you guys are missing the sneak peeks, but just know that they're coming back. And they didn't get rid of sneak peeks, but just there's just a little bit of delays, and it's totally understandable why they're not sending it out to us after the fact, because obviously that defeats the purpose of a sneak peek. So, and okay, so that really is it for Diamond Art Club news. Today, we worked on our garden. We finally got everything planted inside the garden boxes. And I really want to plant some pumpkins kind of along the edging of the, kind of where the kind of, for lack of a better word, cliff area hangs off the edge before it goes down the stairs down to the dock. But the problem is I don't want to put a bunch of fencing up right there. And I don't know if deer are going to come and pick off the pumpkins. I need to look it up. I might be able to just get them away with some, I think it's like English lavender is what they don't like. So I might try some other things. The fencing that I made is not super tall. And I'm worried that the deer are going to try to jump over it. But I also don't want to go and like redo the whole thing. So I might just try to put up, I don't know, what do you guys do for deer, for your gardens? Are you guys gardeners? Do you like to garden? If so, what do you garden? And what do you use to keep the deer out and the bunnies out? I mean, the bunnies I don't think are going to be an issue because we did put down all the fencing and then we kind of use stakes to push them down, and then we'll probably along the outside put some rocks down to keep them in place so the bunnies can't really get underneath. But I actually don't even see a lot of bunnies in this area here. I haven't really seen a lot of rabbits, so I don't know if that's going to be an issue. I guess we'll find out and hope the best for this garden. But it was fun. I like the physical labor. It's still, I kind of do and I kind of don't. Sometimes I'm just kind of like, oh, but you know what? I have to just give my hats off to sweet little Oakley. I mean, I woke up, is it this morning? No, it was the morning before, because this morning I ended up in my baby's bedroom. But the morning before, I woke up and I heard this like sound of a wheelbarrow kind of a little bit scraping on and off. And I look up and he's pushing the wheelbarrow up to the top of the driveway where we were getting our dirt from. There's kind of an area that was perfect for gathering some dirt. And it's pretty good dirt. We did mix it with some conditioner and fertilizer and stuff like that for the plants. But, oh, come on. But he was just up there first thing in the morning. I think it was like 6:30 in the morning. Greg had already left for the gym. And I was still sleeping. And he would just gone up there to go fill up the wheelbarrow. He's 8 years old. And he filled up the whole wheelbarrow. He single-handedly filled up 4 more wheelbarrows of dirt. And I moved them for him. But, you know, like while I was cleaning and doing laundry and getting stuff done here, I kept telling, he's like, Mom, when are we going to work on the garden? And I was like, buddy, I know we need to, but all these other things have to be done first. And they always have to be redone every day. So it's like, I have all the intentions to work on the garden and I know it needs done. They need planted. We have a very short growing window here. But I just, and so he just took it upon himself to just do it. And I was just so proud of him. I was like, buddy, you are awesome and amazing and so strong. Like how he did bring down, I put a stop to it of just the, oh, what color is this? This is ones. I put a stop to him bringing the wheelbarrow full of dirt down by himself because that's difficult for me, for as much as he feels it too. Like he feels it a lot. And I was like, you are so awesome, buddy, but please don't do that anymore because I'm terrified you're going to throw out your back at, oh, that was the wrong color, at 8 years old. So, but he was doing that and he was willing to do that. So props to him. So it's really nice to have that done. And I'm hoping that everything will grow well. Things don't get baked out here as much as the Utah desert sun. So I am excited to actually grow in a place that things grow naturally rather than a desert where you have to water the heck out of everything and there's salt in the soil and clay in the soil. Where we lived before, it was pretty close to the salt flats and it just made for terrible growing anything. But we did manage to make a pretty nice orchard there. I really miss those trees there. We had apple trees and pear trees and cherry trees. Oh, just talking about it is really making me miss it. I don't necessarily miss the house as much as our yard there, but I mean, I'm not complaining. You really can't beat the yard and the view and the nature here. I totally am okay with the trade-off, but I do miss having an orchard. And when we buy a house here, inevitably we are going to buy somewhere here, I'm sure. I want another orchard again, and I will do the whole thing again, and I'll know how to do it better this time because I really had no idea what I was doing at the time, though I tried. So I'm excited about that. Do you guys like growing fruit trees? Are you more of like a vegetable garden or more of a like, yeah, I have a black thumb, anything I touch dies. When it comes to indoor plants, that's me. But outdoor plants, I can get them fairly good. Enough to get me some food, which is all I really want. I love flowers, but I'm really not one to grow flowers too much. And I'm more of a like, what of these plants can be useful? Not that flowers aren't useful, they're beautiful. I do love flowers, and we did plant flowers. But my love is for my vegetable gardens. So yeah, I think eventually that'd be so cool to like do some homesteading, do our own thing. I just think that would be amazing. And have your own organically grown foods. You don't have to worry about what's being put in your foods. Because you're the one that's growing it. I think that would just be ideal. All right, guys. I think that's coming up on the mark. I know, sorry if I'm sounding a little tired. Like I said, it was a super busy day. Got a ton of things done, but because of that, I'm just a little brain dead. And I think that's about all I was really needing or wanting to talk about. I'm sure there's going to be something I remember after the fact. But, yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining me. I once again, don't forget to let me know in the comments below what it is you guys have your opinions on when it comes to gardening. We talked about that, but especially if you think this is like a series that you are just loving and be sad if they were gone, or if you're kind of just like, we like your other videos better, Court, and if it makes space for those other videos, then sure, you can get rid of this one. But yeah, I'd love to know your opinions. And maybe for the emoji, if you made it to the end of this video, something vegetable. Put some sort of plant or vegetable down there for a vegetable garden, and maybe that'll give me good luck that it'll grow well, right? Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to if you do hit that like button, it really does help the algorithm. It really, really does in my channel. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.